morning and welcome back to News Center here on KTN News. We're glad you're watching. A lot is happening this morning that we're monitoring for you. The CBK governor is addressing the media on the monetary policy. Also, lead researcher Tom Wolfe is talking about their findings on a survey that was conducted between the 11th and 23rd of this month. Last we heard from him, he was talking about 71% of Kenyans believe the country is going in the wrong direction, and 52% of Jubilee supporters believe that. 91% of NASA supporters believe Kenya is heading in the wrong direction at this particular point. Raquel is following that for us and we'll continue to get updates. We also expect for him to talk about which presidential candidates, how they're faring in as far as popularity. So hopefully we'll be able to get those details later. Also, President Uhuru Kenyatta is this afternoon expected in Mombasa. He's launching the SGR cargo train today. Tomorrow it will be the passenger train. He'll in fact be taking a ride from Mombasa, the maiden ride to Nairobi. So we'll be live for that as well. And Abby will be talking to us in just a short while on some of the preparations ahead of that launch today. And let me just wind up with my guests in studio this morning. Remember with me, Jesse Odor and Murigi Commander. They're both advocates and political analysts. Let's talk about the SGR. And a lot has been said about that project from inception up to where we are now. We had the spokesperson, Kiraithe, the government spokesperson, earlier talking about the cost on Kenyans, the burdens that we have to bear because of this, but that we have to keep matters in perspective and look at this as a good thing that will get Kenya to the next level. Jesse, are you convinced that taxpayers' money was used in the best fashion in this project?
From where I sit, I think even if they were used to the right place, the problem is lack of communication from the government and accountability, actually, so to speak. A project, a big project like that, of course, has a lot of implications. You have to get land, you have to get the survey study, feasibility studies and tests and all that stuff. But then the problem comes when you keep on borrowing, because I think misunderstanding comes from the point where this is a project that was started by the former President Kibaki. We know how much was allocated for it. Over the years, this figure has gone up, if not tripled, to that figure. But then the problem is we are not being explained to. Kenyans are not being explained to. We borrowed this money for this and this and this. They might have good intentions. Probably the project was funded through with that money. But then now, lack of accountability and the communication to the Kenyans is actually what is making Kenyans feel like, no, our money has been misappropriated on this project.
Yeah. Commander, you agree?
I don't entirely agree. I will say it's a great project. If you look at infrastructure, we realize the importance of infrastructure over a period of time, the importance of infrastructure over a period of time. That's the same way when we had the Thika Superhighway. There are people who took issues with the construction of it, but over the period of time, you realize that there are benefits that have been accruing from it. I will say this, SGR is a great project. We need to applaud it. The only thing, if we can come clear, as I said, we get to know the figures, it would also be important. And we also need to be objective about the entire project. We need to also accept it as it is. It's our own project. It's the first time in almost, let's say, 100 years that we see we've constructed our own railway. We look at the benefits that are accruing from it. It is from there that now we are able to measure both how much we owe and how much that we stand to benefit. But from the point where I stand, it is a great project and we need to applaud it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. One of the things he